Welcome to the Big House, Michigan Stadium. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, Dave Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. That's caught. It's Marshall. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they...
Oh, he found a space on the right. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a first down. And the Wolverines racing to the line in a hurry-up. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Marshall. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are...
It's a fumble! Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, that's a frustrating end to a promising drive. When you get the first drive, you start to go down the field, get in the enemy territory, thinking you might get points, and you do what you can't do. You make that mistake, put the ball on the deck, defense recovers, and gets the momentum in this football game.
Throwing Simmons. Got it in the middle. It's Hardy. All kinds of room to the right. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Marsh. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Long way to go on second down. Throwing, Underwood. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Here's Simmons to throw. Fires to the right. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
This guy has been hard to bring down on this drive for the defense, and the D's lucky there because it was a DB that saved a touchdown. When he got into the second level, he put the Jets on. There were people in the stadium holding their breath thinking he might break it, but this defense up front, they've got to be able to slow him down a little bit.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Hardy. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Running inside. It's Marshall. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Out wide left, it's Marsh. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Here's Underwood to throw. He fires one deep over the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. Off and running. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
And sometimes these games can snowball. You get down 21, next thing you know, you look up, it might be 35. Nice answer. Put a drive together. Now the defense has got to get you a stop. Then you try to put another drive together. One possession at a time. Try to climb back in this football.
That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Just feeds the running back. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Some misdirection with the counter. He's got the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And the Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. They go play action with Simmons. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The give to Hardy. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Second down coming up. Simmons, look out. Right side, it's Hardy. Makes the catch, and he's free. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Going to the run, it's Hardy. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown gives this team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Underwood fires to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Buying time to his right. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Throwing Simmons. Left side is Lee. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Fires to the right. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
From the gun, give to Hardy.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Third and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still fourth down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
Fourth down, Simmons. Down!
know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Moving out to the right. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. The Wolverines will hustle to the line.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, know when guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Makes the grab. It's Marshall. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throwing. Underwood. Moves to his right. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Lets it fly. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll go with a direct snap. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Coming to the line for second and goal, and what will be the last play of the quarter. Quarterback changing the play. Here's Underwood to throw. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The sack, and time has run out in the first half. They passed on a field goal attempt, and they'll get Zippo. And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Turning it on. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hardy. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
That's another big run, and that's not surprising, honestly, guys, considering how much success he had in the 1st half. He was running wild against this defense, so let's not change anything. Let's just go back out, let's pound the rock, pound the football, and really threaten this defense and force them to have to tackle us.
Right back to Hardy on 1st down. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the 2nd half if you're on defense.
Here's Simmons to throw. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. It's Lee. Wide open spaces. Bust through behind his pad. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Man, if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Underwood lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! Made the grab in the end zone for 6. Getting set for the point after. Splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Roberts. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Here's a give to Hardy. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Simmons makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that quarterback. And a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They'll go with Hardy. And he will not get there. How about defense stopping that run short? He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. So here comes the Michigan offense. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Making the adjustment on the play. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Fourth down, Underwood. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. There he goes. Ball spins away. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keeps it himself. He'll pitch it. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Throwing Simmons. What a grab with one hand. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Moving the pocket, it's Simmons. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Here's Simmons to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just now on the same page with this target.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Dead center perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. Only reason you can think of for the onside kick here is they want to stick it to them. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll... There he goes! The tag! And the catch and run into the end zone! Touchdown, Michigan! My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Flip it out to the back on the screen. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. The returner will field it and bring it back. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Simmons on the play fake. Out wide left, it's Hardy. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The give to Hardy. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Left side is Harris. Worked his way ahead for a pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Clock stops. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Throwing, Underwood. Still looking. Fires downfield. Out wide left, it's Marshall. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Drops back, it's Underwood. Rolls right. Got out of trouble and throws. Out wide right, it's Marshall. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on 1st. Stepping to the right. And he avoids the sack.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll get